Hey everyone, this is Life. Welcome back to my playthrough of Etrian Odyssey 2 Untold. Today we're going to continue exploring the 5th floor, or begin exploring it. Anyhow. Now that the best innkeep is up in front, I feel a bit more confident in myself. Alright, let's continue. Let's go over to the story and get some grimoire stuff sorted out, as well as probably figure out some of these recipes. Sure, we can come over. Ooh, storage space. Great, now I have a place where I can dump off all of the useless stuff that I get from quest. That's nice. I appreciate it. Cereal, salt, hard nuts, we should have all that. So cereal is rye, nuts is walnuts, and salt is salt. And that should be walnut bread. Yep, walnut rye bread. It's okay. A TP increase never hurt anybody, but it's not my favorite one to use. This one asks for meat. Ignore the ones that ask for meat. We're gonna get the Rafflesia's ingredient this time, so I'm not worried about that one. Once again, that one requires meat. This one wants soft bones, topped with a fruit jam. Soft bones would be cartilage. Fruit jam would be citron. So that should make, I think, the poison resist item. Yep, poison resistance. Ooh baby, this is pretty good for the next boss, so keep this in mind. Keep in mind that it is here. Alright, and then we have ailment bind recovery, which is rounded beast with vegetable sprouts. That would be our round roller plus our asparagus. Pretty easy. Alright, and then to end this off, we're gonna go straight back to the escargot citron for ourselves.
What do you want?
Yes, 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 yes. You can choose which food you want as long as you have the things. Effect lasts until overwritten by another effect. There are exceptions that will tell you if there's a... it only lasts for one visit. Alright, so I like escargot citron. It's so easy because it gets you more ingredients, and early in the game you just stockpile that stuff. So that should diversify the moveset a little bit. And I no longer have to worry about getting... I'm not going to be gathering stuff with this team anyway, so it doesn't really super matter. But I can't be sure. So, for now, we're just going to assume I'll just do however much the team can do in one swing, and then we'll go back. Start there, and then we'll work our way around. There's lots of places that are easily accessible by shortcuts later, so to go kind of the straight path makes a little bit more sense than actually going towards the dead ends like I usually do. So I know that this leads off to its own business, so I'm gonna go this way first. In fact, I'm pretty sure I just picked the way of progress first, which is fine. Don't need to explore all the dead ends. We're gonna actually be back to most of the dead ends eventually. The first dead end we actually get to explore is to the right here. And this entire kind of area is a bit of a dead end. So it's probably worth exploring. There's a treasure box or two down here. Let's go find them. I'm going to be running into a new enemy here called Rafflesia. That's really dangerous. More on it when we see it. Just keep an eye out for it. Also beware that if you run into ladybugs on this floor, if you don't kill them ASAP, they will probably summon Rafflesia. At least if you haven't already had the misfortune of having a Rafflesia summoned against you. But maybe that was just EO2 and in this game they took it easy on you. I don't really remember Ladybug's behavior because I'm always so scared of them. EO2 conditioned me to be scared of ladybugs. So, whenever you see me fight a ladybug, and you're wondering how I kill it so quick, that's why. King snails, right. I completely forgot about those. So, when you see forest snails and king snails, you kind of want to either... I mean, there's several ways you can do it, but primarily you kind of just want to get rid of the forest snails. An easy way to do this is flank shot will pretty much clear them if you use the force boost along with it. And that's what I really like to do, is it requires the least amount of effort, and allows me to stack effects on the king snail. So, we're going to do that. We're just going to slam everything towards king snail's way, and then we're going to set up a flank shot with the boost. So we set up the boost, and then we flank shot this. So they're gonna stand ready. Flank shot's gonna kill the 2 forest snails, thus reducing the effectiveness of the attack. So now that only hits 1 person instead of the entire front row. That's why you do the flank shot plus that's why you do the combos. And then I believe it's just a series of normal attacks and I can knock this thing out. Slightly risky, but I'm pretty sure it's fine. Yeah, fine. TP up level 6. We're gonna get... TP up grimoires from Flora are amazing because they're gonna be super high level. So if she doesn't give us Holy Gift grimoire, she's gonna start giving us really big TP up grimoires, and that's just good. That's what that's called. I don't think I got any level ups. Linda, nope, still behind. Yeah, as it turns out, she is behind. And everyone else seems to have, like, evened up with each other, but Linda is going to be behind for a long time. There's probably the chance that Linda will never catch up until we reach level 70. Which isn't for a long, long time. Abdomen Curse acquired. Was there any... I'm pretty sure the exit is past here? Yeah, because that's Chimera's room over to the west. So that must be the exit room. So you can kind of look through the rocks and you'll see the stairs. You can actually see them right there from the other side of this rock. And it looks like this. And you can't really see too much else in the way of details for that room. But from this side, that's as much as you can see. Let's continue over on to the east. There's going to be another dead end over here. Probably one that's a bit more important than the other dead end with the treasure chest in it, though. Nope, this is pretty much a pretty clear dead end. Alright, this time we can't use flank shot plus the trick. We have to actually kill off the forest snails if we don't want the king snail to act. I think now I can just probably send a tornado and it will work, but I don't know if Gandra is faster than the snail. So I guess we have to learn that now. Oh boy. That's only slightly unnerving. Heavy strike. Don't want to use fire. Nah. I think we'll be fine. But this highly depends on Tornado cleaning up the snails. Which it may or may not do. Okay, so we know Tornado cleans up the snails, but we also know that it's not faster than a king snail. So... noted. I kept the set in that time. Okay, level 5 hard shell with Bolt Up too. Alright. Well, if I ever get electric attacks, I know who I'm giving that to. Just for the electric bonus, not really for the shell bonus, so that's probably a Grimoire I'm just gonna hoard until I need electric damage. Okay, somebody dropped money. Of course I'll pick up the money. There's nothing that can possibly go wrong. Yeah. And then we get punished, right? Rafflesias. Yep. The hedgehog has come to rescue us! However, the hedgehog gambit has not been let... Yep. And then we do the turnaround! And fight! Rafflesia plus King Snail set. Holy Mother of Jesus. I'm probably just gonna submarine this, because this is... if anything qualifies as desperate situation, it's this. So I'm just going to force spam it. Hopefully no hard feelings. Nah, no hard feelings. This fact that they put this on you is by itself kind of a deal. I'm pretty sure actually Venus could clean it up by herself, but she doesn't have access to submarine because I used her first boost earlier. So just try to send blind at something. Yeah, that worked. Now it's dead. And now there's snails everywhere. Well, that sucks. Thanks, game. Right now I have to deal with snails. Not anyone's favorite thing to do, really, but at least now we don't have to deal with Rafflesia. Rafflesia was the bigger threat of them anyway. Is this fast enough to kill these things? Double march is pretty good. Not having to deal with nonsense is always nice, technically. Not even technically, all the time. Get a cure over there, attack. It's probably gonna summon more snails. Okay, he decided not to, I'm cool with that. Smacked him in the face pretty hard, so he should die now. Should being the operative word. Thankfully he didn't decide to kill Tetsuo. Okay, so we got out of that just fine. Even after 4 spam. But I think it was justified, even if it didn't work in the end because the snail decided to be a jerk and hide behind its friends. It just means more experience for us, it seems. This is the same hedgehog we rescued from before! Wow! Guy is so nice. Yep. And it heals her, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Worth. And that is why you become friends with the hedgehog. Just so you can witness the terror of the Rafflesia plus Snail set. That only appears when you do that event. Otherwise, Rafflesias are usually by themselves or with weaker enemies, not like snails. But, you know, I guess snails are pretty weak. King Snail is an important exception. Anyhow, we got a shortcut going up this way, and we got a shortcut going back that way. This leads to a treasure room. Well, that's why you don't assume everything's a shortcut to somewhere. Sometimes they're shortcuts to treasure rooms. I just so happen to know this was a shortcut to a treasure room, so tee-hee. In your face, anonymous user on the internet. Alright. Grab our armory to get out. Rafflesia by itself isn't nearly as big of a problem as Rafflesia paired with anything else. We can probably get through this just fine. Mass poison is the only thing I'm worried about. Mass ice attack is also pretty bad, but not the worst. Linda's tech will save her from anything that would be super mega bad. Do we have a reference for what this thing likes to get hit with? It likes to get hit by curse. But that doesn't help anybody. It looks like everything else is neutral except for poison. And that's fine. Alright, cool, and doesn't have any conditional drops. Alright, so as long as we're not trying to poison it, we should be okay. We don't have curse, so we're not worried about it. Do I want to use Warrior Song? I'll use Shelter Song. It's a little bit nervous having Rafflesia in your face. Blind Arrow seems like the next alternative. The thing about Blind is it doesn't affect its chance of inflicting status conditions, so if it decides to poison the team, this is pointless. If it doesn't decide to poison the team, this is probably the best thing ever. Yeah. No Blind. Put it to sleep so it skips its turn. Powerful 112 damage, followed by 46 with a useless stun. And that was only half its health, and that's why these things are threats. And we can't really repeat sleep twice, so I guess we'll just go for a nerve. Heavy... Shelter's up, so I feel like I can live through anything, just send fire at it, and... blind it. Again. Okay, we blinded it this time, now it's paralyzed. It's going through the element roulette. So that's nice. It shows that ailments are pretty reliable even at level 1, at least early in the game. Later in the game it's better to have them at level 5s, and then 10s, and then 15s, and then 20s. But you don't have to worry about 15s and 20s for a long time, so don't sweat what I just said there. Yeah, here's the mine point. There's several item points scattered throughout. I'll be having the item gather team come to these for mass ingredient hoarding and getting. We'll explore a little bit more. I don't know how much I can do on this. I mean, we've already had a Rafflesia set, and Rafflesias alone take up a lot of energy to kill. Here's another one, speaking of the devil. Now here's poison. This is where things get nasty. Alright, well, we have it on a clock, so we can kind of race it. I don't have Medical Miracle, otherwise I'd use that, but we should be okay. Alright, we put it to sleep. We won this. And then to finally reach level 10 so that she can catch up with the rest of us, it's going to get her another level in Unbind and unlock the ability for Revive on the next level. After that is High Regen, which is an okay skill, but I find High Regen to be kind of useless, so... Not to say High Regen is useless, but High Regen is a little tough to use, so I don't like getting it early. It's another one of those skills you kind of just, maybe I'll get it later, and then maybe eventually you get it, maybe eventually you don't. It usually waits until after you run out of things to get. Just how far can I stretch this trip? We have summer rain in our belts. This is... I do have an arachnid. I'm not scared of that. I really should have given Flora... No, if I gave Flora the blind arrow, I'd have to switch her off of using a gun so she couldn't use medic bullet. Dilemma. Alright, well this is an important area for later. Not for right now, but for later. Do come by here, though. Okay, this is a little bit gross. In a set like this, it might be best to try to decapitate the snail before it kills everybody. Just, I don't know, a plan. I'm gonna try Hypno on it. If you put it to sleep, that usually works. Do I use Warrior? Yeah. No, I have my force back, so I can probably just do the trick and have the ones in the back row be problems. Nah. This is risky, but I'll follow through with it. So this is gonna suck, basically is what I just said. Nope! We are saved. Hypno saves us. GG. Get wrecked. Grimoire Fever, hey. Probably don't need to use Raging Blade again. Probably don't need to use any skill here. Heavy Strike away. Attack away. Want to drop shot one of the ones in the back? Nope. That was a bad miss. Okay, he died anyway. GG. Okay, got rare enemy up is a pretty good passive. I'll keep that one in mind. Everything else is fairly unsubstantial. But I mean, I shouldn't be expecting awesome grimoires right now. We don't have that many good skills anyway. As we go through the labyrinth, we have the strangest sensation. There's moss here. Well, that sounds important. Let's mark it down. Room full of moss. I wonder why that could be important. In the Chitik's old boots, it's evident how soft the ground is. Why would there be moss growing here? I'm not sure. Could be anything. Alright. Might want to come back here at night. Well, that's a hint for something else. That's a quest event. We're just going to ignore it ourselves. And now we're going into the giant faux puzzle room. Yay! So there's, like, I want to say 3 deer, 3 bats, but I'm pretty sure it's just 2 deer and 2 bats. I realize I can't look over. Like, the team's already looking to the left, so I can't look anymore to the left. I can look to the... I can't look in any direction. Thanks, game. Alright, when we're prepared, we can do this. Okay, cool. That goes all the way to the top, then you can kind of just draw this giant box along the side, and that's kind of the basis for the entire room. There's rocks and other obstructions along the way, of course, but for now, this is what we're looking for. Now, the bat is in the same horizontal axis as these rage lopes are, so it's probably not a problem. Okay, the bat's coming directly our way. You can run into fights in this room. Not typically, but sometimes. We're just gonna kind of... we're just gonna kind of skim the line between these two, no big deal. Alright, hang on. Derp. Herp. Where's the other bat? There he is. Herp. So, I mean, the foe symbols aren't really going to help me understand where the foes are, but it's nice to have them marked down. Anyways, when you're on the bottom row of this room, you're pretty much safe. Except from the bat, if you run into a fight while you're down here. Do be wary of your surroundings. That bat... Okay, so, interesting thing about foe movement here. You might have been a little bit hard to catch, but the Fury Horn moves before the bat does. But because the bat was blocking the Fury Horn's path, the Fury Horn couldn't move. Thus it just skips its turn. It won't turn around. So, interesting interactions like that are worthy of paying attention to. Sometimes that kind of interaction can help you understand enemies better, but usually it doesn't mean anything at all. But in this case it actually is meaningful, because it means I get to move, and the Fury Horn didn't actually get to move to that spot. which allows me to continue forward. So it's rarely useful information, but that's like one of the niche uses of information like that. Knowing that how foes move influences when you can get past them. I don't think I want to really press this too much further. We can do a quest after unlocking the next shortcut, and I'll call that good after that. The next shortcut is down to the south. I'm not really going to concern myself too much with the door on the other side of this 3x3 room. By the way, 3x3 room, in case you forgot, is one of Etrian Odyssey's favorite things to do. It so happens that the southern exit of the room doesn't have a door to it. Ah! I have not had enough TP to use it. Alright, I did skip through it, and it didn't turn out to be a problem, so... that's all you need to know about that. Alright, we've got an item point here. Fairly important. Note it's here. Note its presence. I guess we're gonna get the braggart chap's tail done today, and that's probably it for quest-wise. Maybe save the rest for the next time. Since there's not really that much more exploring to do. And we've gone full circle. So, yeah, we can do the other half of the floor and the rest of the quest next time. Okay, what's up? Okay, I guess we can do restory stuff as well. Maybe, I don't know. I don't want to speak to Braggart's Tail. I find it kind of fun. So maybe I just lump Braggart's Tail to be the first thing I do next time, because it seems like the restaurant wants to take up my time today.
Then I'll get back to work.
The Duke wanted to see me. Is that what happened?
Oh, if it isn't the explorers.
Okay. Yeah, we did.
By apologies.
Oh hey, it's our job to do advertisements. How nice. Alright, we can do this. You can agree to help with the advertisement. We can also get a portion of the profits. Woohoo! That is incentive right there. Alright, so this is important for a variety of reasons, but go back over to the story and we're gonna figure out why it's important. Yes, I have. Yes, it will. Sure, we can take a look at that. Well, there's a little bit of a problem. Advertising isn't that effective at first, but it gets better. First time making this to make grandfather's providing us the ingredients. Said to advertise it without worrying about our stock. It's like new advertising plan. Alright, let's start by selecting a word to advertise to. Okay. Yeah, well, there's only one word to select, so select it, and it shows you who, and this is all fairly complicated, so I guess I'll get into a little bit of exploratory mode. Next, select furniture. So this isn't going to be too substantial right now, but for now it's just about money, but later it becomes about way more than just money. Like, selectively advertising later on is a very important key in order to deal with late game stuff. So more about that, I guess. Takes time for the results to come in, and we have to wait for it. So there's two ways I like to advertise. You can advertise for money by selecting large groups of people, or you can look for certain things. So occasionally you're going to see like gems next to the populace. That indicates those people with grimoires. And sometimes sometimes people with grimoires will come by regardless, but if you're selectively looking for people with grimoires, you need to go to the right places and advertise to the right set of people. It becomes more easy to see when we get into it later, so for now, doing it just for this small profit is fine. Town development opens up later, and that's an important part of this too, but I guess we can do that later, and just let that sit, dwell and advertise for now. I don't think there's anything I need to do at the guild house. Well, oh yeah, Linda hit level 10, so we need to get her... Go with HP up level 3. Just seems logical, because she's so frail to have something to help increase her survivability. So, new sword has 45 attack attached to it, which is a pretty big number as it turns out. We'll be giving this to Gandra for now. We're not getting Rose a sword, not only because I can't afford it, but because we're gonna get a sword for her soon enough anyway. So that's it for shopping, and I guess that's it for now. So hey there everyone, this has been Life as always, and thank you for watching. Next time we're going to continue the 5th floor and get all the quests done. See you guys then. Bye-bye.